G'day everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I am Charlie Brown. Today is the Saturday 26th of August. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you for the awesome feedback I had for the Linux video last time. Got some great response on Reddit and on the comments. Got some crazy views, probably all from Reddit and Facebook. So that was a fantastic response. Thank you for that. Alrighty, so we're here checking out some more Linux native games today. Doing some Insurgency. I've got back into it the other night. Having a ball. Even came across one guy with a potato PC, a N2 something. It's like one of these low-end Atom style processors over in New Zealand, and he was mentioning that he had his old computer wrecked in the earthquake, and now he's got a shitbox potato PC. He was asking how to improve frames in Insurgency. So I'll just go through that while doing the tutorial today. So at the moment we're in just checking out a few games under the Steam library. So at the moment I've got 82 games out of 320, I think. So I've got Zero AD, which is a non-Steam game, but nevertheless really cool game. We've got 7 Days to Die, Arma 3, Borderlands 2, Counter-Strike, Day of Defeat, Euro Trucking, From the Depths, Half-Life. What else we got? Iron Snout, Insurgency, of course, Left 4 Dead 2, Killing Floor 2. Then we have, what else we got? We got Horde, and what else would people know? Mountain Blade, Payday 2, Portal, Rocket League, Running with Rifle, Saints Row 2, Shadow Warrior, Spec Ops: The Line, Team Fortress 2, Torchlight 2, Two Worlds, Unturned, Worms. So yeah, you don't really miss AAA broken games, I personally find, when you're on Linux, because there's still a lot of awesome games out there, and just because it's not AAA doesn't mean it's not a proper game. I heard that recently from a guy in Japan. He was like, oh, let me know when you buy a proper game. And so I'm like, what's a proper game? And he's like, oh, well, it's got to be from EA or Activision. And I'm like, so AAA? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, so only a proper game can be like $100? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, I've pumped in I think 600 hours into Insurgency, which was like $6.50. And personally, I think Insurgency is a proper game more than Broken Field 1. Nevertheless, let's keep on going. And these are the games I've currently got installed on my system. I am ordering a M2 to replace the aging 120 gig SSD, and I will be looking into getting another 4TB drive down the track to create a FreeNAS system. So I'll have to do a video on that, and I'll be transferring the existing 3 and 4TB into that system, and shuffling SSDs around. So my main box will just end up with SSDs, and then the FreeNAS box will be 4TB. So that should be a good adventure. Alrighty, so we have Zero AD, which is a remake of Age of Empires 1. 7 Days to Die, Descent, Euro Trucking, From the Depths, Insurgency, Iron Snout, Nation Red, Nidhogg, and they've just released number 2 of that. Shadow Warrior, which I got for free on Steam. Not sure if it's free still, but worth checking out for number 1. Team Fortress 2 and Unturned. And I haven't actually played that other game yet. So just going through the graphic settings. So what I personally find in games, if you've got a low end or cheaper video card, I would say try to do 720p 60 FPS first. Then go up to 1080 at medium, and then if your card can do it, then do 1080 at high. I was running a GTX 560 Ti for a long time, and I was running on medium, and it still looked just as fine at 60. So things that I've found over the years to turn off or turn up: field of view. You don't want a low field of view. Consoles, your limit is at 255 and 60. So ideally, I turn field of view up to 75 at least, 85 on some games, and 90 on others. I turn off lens flare because I find that's annoying. Usually I turn off like lens flare, sun glare, motion blur, any blurriness, including depth of field. So depth of field is one that I always turn off because I find it just adds blur. I turn off motion blur because, again, it adds blur. I sometimes turn down shadows because some games do lag. Others I'll turn up to high or ultra. I always turn off FXAA because that just seems to lag, and I just run the other settings at 2 times. We've got vertical sync off so you can get more than 60 FPS, and then some games, if you have it on, it limits it to 30. So yeah, these are the settings anyway I'm running on Insurgency. It's pretty much high on everything, and I get anywhere from 114 frames to 225 frames a second. Alrighty, let's go back into the game. So we are doing the Insurgency tutorial. Now, to get frames up on the screen, I've got it on the left and on the bottom. So to do it on the top, you type in CL underscore. To bring up the console, press the tilde button, which is beside the number 1 on the top left. CL underscore show FPS space 1. And that shows it, and then if you do it again and hit 0, that turns it off. And then the net graph down the bottom is net underscore graph 0 to turn off and 1 to turn back on as well. So you can see down the bottom it says I'm running at 124 frames a second. It's not using much bandwidth. It mentions the traffic in and traffic out. So yeah, I usually leave that running while I play. So anyway, tutorial. Pretty simple stuff for Insurgency. ASD, CZ for run around and crouch and whatnot.
Go around the back.
We got old mate over there telling us what to do. Shift for running. Control does a little slide thing when you're running.
Okay, that's good. You can follow basic directions. That's a start. Look, it's getting late. I'd like to be in my bunk before midnight. I'm not going to ride you. Let's keep it short. Let's cover everything. Head on inside. Time to gear up. Grab the sidearm on the table.
Sidearm. Yes, sir, soldier.
This is your personal weapon. You can modify it as you see fit. You will be issued a primary weapon on deployment based on your role, and you will always have the option to carry a secondary. Move into the next room.
Just something he's not saying is you hit M and you come to your kit layer. You can hit remove all, and then you go through the guns, customizing it, adding it. So I usually go like C4 or frag grenade. You've got some guns are good, some are crap. The M249 is the Lotso spray. MP5K is a good little SMG style gun. The M16A4 is shit. I found the M4 is a better rifle. Smoke is crap. The AIC is right through it. Flash is just annoying. Light armor is fine, so we can choose that. Usually do a chest rig, and you've got night vision for night maps.
Alright, I know you've already had combat training. This is an assessment. Let's start with a warm-up. I want you to hit this target 10 times as close to the center as you can. Try it without using your iron sights.
Listen. Ah, over here.
You alright? You gonna shoot or what? Now I'm gonna lower a moving target. I want you to hit it at least 10 times as it's moving. You can try using your sights now. Can't hit it. This is supposed to be a warm-up, man. Get focused.
Warm up, yeah.
Good. You can operate a firearm. Congratulations. Let's move up to the next area.
Yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Do we get a new gun?
You see those crates? Those are weapon caches. They're a very important strategic asset. The enemy will attempt to find and destroy these to cripple our supplies and gain the advantage. And we'll try to do the same to theirs. You can resupply at your team's weapon caches in the field if you have enough supplies. Go over to the firing booth. Take down those targets as quickly as you can. It's 2 hits per target. Ready? Set? Go! That's enough. That was over 35 seconds. What the hell are you doing? This is an assessment. Quit fucking around.
Quit fucking around,
this
soldier.
Next exercise. I want you to sprint to the next location and jump over any obstacles on your way there. Move as fast as you can.
Well, I love the direction all mates
on
facing.
your right. Ready?
Nope.
Go.
Go!
Not fast enough. Get your ass back to the booth. Same thing, but faster. You ready? Go. I said sprint. Run to the next position. Go back to the booth.
Well, I think we've had enough of the tutorial. The stupid thing is they like go fast, go fast,
Hurry
go
up
fast.
this time, okay?
And
Ready?
sometimes you're
Go.
actually better off going slow than running like a fucking idiot. There we go, we passed it anyway.
Feel tired? Try aiming down your sights now. If you exhaust yourself like that, you need a couple seconds to slow down your breathing and be accurate again. Keep that in mind. See the pit with the van and the building across? There's some targets there. They'll pop up in a second. I want you to hit them as you see them.
Come on, bitches.
Get ready.
We're running at 250-ish out here. Fucking click, click, click. Fucking reload, soldier.
Good. So you can shoot accurately over 20 feet with your sidearm.
Yeah,
Remember that you have
boy.
your sidearm to fall back on if you run dry on your primary. Let's head back inside for the next exercise. Follow me.
Wookies.
Here's another weapon cache. I want you to get familiar with resupplying. It's very important. You won't be any use to your team if you run out of ammunition. So watch your ammo. Keep an eye out for weapon caches. You can also change your gear at a weapon cache. You have the choice between light and heavy armor for protection and a chest rig or a chest carrier for ammunition. Now, a chest rig will allow you to carry the standard amount of ammunition and 2 grenades, whereas the chest carrier will allow you to carry more ammunition and 3 grenades.
3
Chest carrier's gonna be
grenades.
a bit
Oh
heavier for you.
yeah,
If you're naked
fucking
and you're not
boss.
wearing a rig,
We
then
need
you can only
3
carry 1
grenades.
grenade.
More
You
grenades
wanna always
is better.
keep an eye on how much gear you're carrying. It'll affect your weight, how fast you can move, and how quickly you get fatigued. Go ahead and equip the light armor. We have a contract with the supplier, so you get that one for free. Gear up and move up.
Ah, pity one. Doop-de-doop-de-doop, da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Okay, let's get serious. This is your standard CQC exercise. You're gonna move from room to room, eliminating all the targets as fast as you can. Get ready. Go!
Ah.
There, go!
I'm gonna fucking knife. Don't shoot me, enemy. I'm glad they weren't real bots. They'd fucking shoot me.
Hit the deck and crawl under! Faster, go!
Go, 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 go! Faster, faster, faster. You run past someone? Oh, hello!
Here, go!
Fucking go, go, go! Where are we going? Over here. And under here.
Speed it up, recruit, speed it up!
And then? No one did? Hello? Aha.
Are you done? That was awful. Are you taking this seriously? Stop screwing around. Look, I don't know where they found you, alright? And I've got no idea what the hell they were thinking, but you really need to step it up. This is a dangerous line of work. You perform like this, and you'll put yourself and others in danger. Do you understand what I'm saying? Start learning and learn quick. Alright? We're done for the sidearm training. Move up to the next building for primary weapon training. I'll meet you there.
Free like the wind.
Welcome to primary weapon training. You've just received supplies. You and your team will be awarded these supplies for completing objectives or defending our
Appreciate it.
weapon caches. Make sure to always know what your team's current goal is. If you fulfill this goal, you will get more supplies to continue fighting. We get paid to do a job.
The
We have contracts,
holographic
specific
and 2
tasks,
times
and
red dot is
expectations we need
recommended.
to meet.
Heavy
Always pay
barrel is
attention to the briefing.
recommended. Full grip is
You'll be rewarded
recommended.
properly. grab a
On some
primary
servers you
weapon
don't
from
get
the
many
weapon cache
points,
with
so you want
supplies
tracer
items.
ammo to begin with. And flashlight I find good on some of the levels as well.
This is a standard issue primary weapon. Depending on your role in the field, you have different primary weapons available to you.
You can
For example,
also hit
if you're a
X,
marksman,
which
You'll
changes
have
single
access
to
different
burst to
high-caliber
auto.
battle rifles. If you're a support,
Depending on the
you'll probably
weapon
be carrying an
is if
LMG.
you get single and
You get the
auto
idea.
or single and burst.
Eliminate all those targets through the plywood. Get acquainted with your primary. Good. Keep in mind, different weapon calibers penetrate different materials. Being in concealment is not the same as being in cover, and that goes for the enemy as well. Be mindful of how thick your cover is and what weapons are being fired at you. Now, follow me.
Will you? No hammer?
talk about your gear, weapon modifications, and attachments. You've just been given additional supplies. You can now purchase some attachments for your primary weapon or your sidearm.
Goodies.
Regular
Appreciate it.
weapon attachments include aim assists, like scopes for long-range engagements and non-magnifying
Ooh, big
sights for
gun.
close to medium-range
I like the big gun.
engagements.
That's what she said.
Other attachments will affect your recoil and handling, like the foregrip, which will decrease your recoil. You also have the option for a heavy barrel for long-range engagements, which will stabilize your aim. Other than those, you can find your suppressors, which will muffle
Yeah,
your shots and
fucking
hide
big
your muzzle
gun.
flash.
Let's do
You
this.
also have a laser sight. Don't blind your buddies with it. And finally, you've got your flashlight attachment. I'm not going to lecture on that one. It's pretty clear what it does. Try out a few attachments on those targets over there. Take your time. Just get familiar with them.
Alrighty, let's have a look at another gun. Let's try this one here. Good dot.
Hey, you see the wrecked car? That's a control point. You and your team will be required to capture strategic CPs in the area of operation. You need to make sure the control point is clear before you capture it. It is important to secure the perimeter around the CP. Go and capture the car. Good. Now make your way to the next waypoint, clearing the warehouse as you go. Eliminate all the targets. I'll see you outside.
Tango down. Oh yeah, Tango down. Fucking Leroy. Oh, I missed the one. So I've missed here, but I should give you guys a good rundown on Insurgency settings and just a brief look at the different scopes, guns and tutorial. Alrighty, well thank you for tuning in, have a fantastic weekend and catch you around.